We just got our hands on the inaugural portrait of the soon-to-be 47th president. Trump projecting a fierce glare, a little bit different from his portrait from 2017, where he was all smiles. His new pic has mugshot vibes. And in 5 days, we'll make it official. And Democrats can't get it together. Usually it's the cabinet nominees getting raked over the coals, but for the last 2 days, it's been the Democrats who've been facing a public shaming. After leadoff hitter Pete Hegseth hit a home run, Pam Bondi, the AG nominee, came out swinging.
You say the right things, that you're going to be the people's lawyer. That's what you have to say to be here.
I need to clarify something that you said, that I have to sit up here and say these things. No, I don't. I sit up here and speak the truth. I'm not going to sit up here and say anything that I need to say to get confirmed by this body. I don't have to say anything. I will answer the questions to the best of my ability.
It was clear that Senate Democrats had no intention of giving Pam a fair hearing. After putting words in Pete's mouth yesterday, today the undistinguished senator from Hawaii was as annoying as usual.
I ask you this. If President-elect Trump asks, suggests, or hints that you as Attorney General should investigate one of his perceived political enemies, would you do so?
Senator Hirono, I wish you had met with me. Had you met with me, we could have discussed many things and gotten to know you.
I am listening to you now. Could you respond to the question?
Yeah, you were the only one who refused to meet with me, Senator.
Democrats don't want to meet with Bondi because they don't want to get to know her. Then it's much easier for them to batter and dehumanize her as a political punching bag. But Bondi stood up for herself every single time. Democrats thought they could make her look like a dumb blonde, but Bondi ended up making them look like fools. Listen.
Your job will be, I'm speaking, your job will be to protect voters and election workers, not to undermine and dox them. Many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Senator, you were speaking. May I speak? You cut me off when I was speaking. When I ask you the next question, you can
speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi.
Well, I'd like to answer the previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
you pointed your finger at me and said you were speaking.
You did not seem to be familiar
let me answer my question.
The
I'm not going to be bullied by you, Senator
the 14th Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you didn't want to hear my answer about
today
Pennsylvania.
After I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you.
Every question she was asked was to appease the loony left wing of their party. January 6th, enemies list, is Trump a dictator? These aren't serious people.
A simple question of constitutional interpretation. Is President-elect Trump eligible to run for another term as president in 2028?
No, Senator, not unless they change the Constitution.
Bondi was a former prosecutor, the Attorney General for the state of Florida, and Trump's personal attorney during impeachment. If she's confirmed, her main priority is fighting crime, cartel crime, white collar, fraud, guns, drugs, sex trafficking, terrorism. All Adam Schiff wanted to know was, are you going to leave Liz Cheney alone?
Are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that question.
No, it's not hypothetical.
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president has
We're also worried about Liz Cheney, Senator.
The president has called for this.
You know what we should be worried about?
Ms. Bondi, please answer my questions.
The crime rate in California right now
you are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
your robberies are 87% higher than the national average.
My question is this.
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
If
you can speak truth
with any ongoing
to power.
investigation,
so let me ask you another.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo. I'm not going to mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask another question.
You were censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
Well, this is exactly what Biden did. As the crime rate exploded, Joe told Garland to prosecute Trump. The Democrats were completely oblivious to how they looked, especially after what they perpetrated over the last 4 years. Listen to this.
And it would not be appropriate for a prosecutor to start with a name and look for a crime. It's a prosecutor's job to start with a crime and look for a name, correct?
Senator, I think that is the whole problem with the weaponization that we have seen the last 4 years and what's been happening to Donald Trump. They targeted Donald Trump. They went after him, actually starting back in 2016. They targeted his campaign. They have launched countless investigations against him. That will not be the case if I am Attorney General. I will not politicize that office.
Pam's not a partisan actor who's there to settle scores. If there's probable cause that a crime's been committed by Nancy or Alvin or our good friend Fanny, I'm sure she'll look into it, but she's not there to collect scalps. She's there to clean house and return the department to what it should be, a crime-fighting department focused on protecting the American people, not one political party. Pam Bondi's young, polished, tenacious, and the Trump team was very pleased with how the hearing went. The three other nominees, the big ones who had their hearings today, John Ratcliffe for CIA, Marco Rubio for State, and Sean Duffy for Transportation, all breezed through the hearings. Democrats didn't even put up a fight. And so far, all the nominees have presented strong, smart, and principled cases for their nominations. The Republican Party's unified around them. It's refreshing, isn't it? But Democrats keep getting caught flat-footed. Nothing seems to be working. Schumer promised fireworks, but all of his foot soldiers are getting outfoxed. Schumer said Republicans were going to suffer brand damage after these hearings. But we've just seen Senate Democrats embarrass themselves, one after the other. The Democrat machine is broken. It's leaderless. The donors are disgusted. The media is collapsing. The big tech billionaires are switching sides. And Hollywood's on fire. They're fighting for their lives. We're starting to see that without a well-funded and well-oiled propaganda machine and cancel culture enforcers, the party doesn't have the power, the discipline, or the narratives they need to survive. Trump's election has shattered that machine into a million pieces, and we have no idea how long it's going to take for them to put it back together. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.